Welcome to the Clareo AI demo. From the homepage, you'd go into your projects. In your projects, you can see I've already created a demo project. You can always create a new project. You can name said project and add additional files you may have already created. For example, PowerPoint or other research or scientific articles you have already created. Let's open the demo project. Inside the demo project, you can see we start with the business modeling. We have used the business modeling canvas for this section. This is standard business modeling canvas that you may or may not be familiar with. We start with a problem and we work all the way through the solution, your unfair advantages, your customer segmentation, as well as your revenue model. One of the advances we've made is in the healthcare canvas. This allows you to enter in your intended use and then focus on the who, your stakeholders, how, where you're going to implement and when, your economics, pricing, reimbursement strategy, as well as your KOLs, key opinion leaders, and the payer network if your product's going to be reimbursed. Additionally, we have a value proposition matrix. This all gets summarized in the narrative, where you can save said narratives within your business case modeling, or you can send this to your documentation, or we can generate documents with AI using your business modeling canvas data already. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to go ahead and create a product description. I have already created a business brief and a go-to-market plan. So let's generate this one document. While this is generating, you can see I will give you a navigation of the product. On the left-hand side, you have documents, slides, and files. The documents are what you generate and work on within Clareo. Slides, this allows you to create presentations. And files is the information you add in to give the AI system additional context. As you can see, the document is in the middle and it is being generated. We are currently at the evaluation step. This is where the AI is evaluating the content that's already been generated and ensuring we get high quality deliveries. Now you can see that a document has been generated, product description, and it's new. It's highlighted in our products, in our documents, and in our product area. The text has been generated in reference to the business modeling canvas you have created before. Additionally, we can adjust the text size to make it easier to read, and we can hide any of the additional editors to make it easier to read. On the right-hand side, we have our AI assistant. You're able to select different types of personas that allow you to review this document with different context. For example, a product owner is a specialist in how products are developed and how they interact with the market, where a regulatory affairs persona is specialized in regulatory matters such as the FDA, MDR, or other elements that has to do with the regulation of your product. To create a new document from here, we click New Document, and you can see we have a number of options. If we go to Generate Document with AI, we can generate a new document. Let's choose Business Risk. So we have a number of questions that the system will ask you to enter if you would like. We'll pass on that right now, and now we'll generate a document. Now the system is starting to generate the document. This is based on these documents that have already been entered in, as well as your business modeling canvas. So all that information that you've already entered is now being used to create the business risk analysis. You can see, again, it is generating the document, and as it's generating, you can watch it type and text, or you can go ahead and read one of your other documents. One of the key elements that we've added in the last development cycle is you will then have this system have a quality control. This quality control will then evaluate not only the quality of what's being written, but also in reference to the requirements from the regulatory bodies, as well as to the structure of the other documents. So we will allow this to run for a moment and enter into the evaluation stage. This evaluation, as I said, is based on a brilliant piece of data that we have developed internally to allow critical information to be referenced in relation to these documents. While this is happening, you can see that the supervisor is reviewing, and now it's regenerating the document. Again, we are trying to increase the quality of every document that is generated. This does not mean that you as a user do not need to read and double check what is written. This is not doing the work for you, but is supporting you in getting a very solid first draft delivered of your documentation. We can see that the AI is still working and generating a large number of words and checking the character's performance and the system's performance. After the supervisor has reviewed and updated the document, it will go into a judge. The judge will then ensure that the document is being generated correctly. We will allow this to run now for a moment or two. While this is running, we can review other materials. So while this is running, we will go ahead and review other documentation. You can also generate presentations. You can create presentations off of each one of the documents, as well as you can create a summary document, a summary presentation. This is based on the other documentation that's already created. So we can go ahead and say, so now we can create, I would like to create a summary of a presentation that is 10 slides long at a high level. Let's create the English at a high level. I want high impact for my leadership. Great. So let's do product description. What is the product? Let's pick our regulatory plan so that's clear. And let's go with the go-to-market plan. Now, I can generate this document in my slides. And this will start generating it and allowing the system to process this data and come back with a presentation for us. Here's the new presentation we are generating right now. And you can see we are building out the slide deck as we go, the problem to solve. And once this is finished generating, we will be able to review this information as well as export it into standard formats. In the future, we hope to bring additional graphics and other solutions to enhance your presentation experience. So if we would like to, we can export this in PDF in a standard PowerPoint format, as well as into HTML and other standards. Now that we've created some context and some information into our documentation, now here's the business risks that have been generated. You can see we now have risks coming out, and it's giving you an overview for you to be able to read all the different risks it's finding within the solution that we're in the demo solution. Once that is complete, generated 1 or 30 different documents, you can then go over to our panel feedback. In the panel feedback, this is where you can come up with synthetic users for patients or synthetic regulators. we are continuously releasing new synthetic panel members for you to interact with, ask questions, and do that first carve of market research before you have to go into the heavy expenditure. So let's create one. Let's go ahead and let's look at a patient. We'll take an experienced patient, and then we can select the attitude, everything from enthusiastic to skeptic. Let's pick team player. Now, we want to refine it. Since this is a plaster project, let's go ahead and pick, we'll tell it you are a sporting coach of a baseball team. Since we already given this, we can say see documents. Now, let's say which stage you're at. Let's say we're at idea stage, and let's check our value proposition if it's clear, and let's go with pricing and willingness to pay. Now, we can pick our product description, and let's pick our go-to-market. Oh, I missed something. Let's see what I missed. Oh, forgot to give it a name. We'll call this Demo 1. Now we're ready to create our session. Now this is using all the context and information we've already created in those documents, and now we've brought it to life. Now we have a real persona that we can interact with. So we can say, what do you think of this new plaster concept? Now we're interacting now with this synthetic user. And as it's processing and getting the information, we're able to start talking to this user. See, and now it understands it's a baseball coach, and we're starting to get information. It's talking about the pricing, it's going to give us some rough information, and it's going to ask us a question back so that we can actually have a two-way conversation to really understand what's working here. We can either give it one question at a time or a list of questions to answer. Well, this is the rough demo. I really hope that you've enjoyed the quick review. Please join the waitlist, and we will be releasing this slowly to a select number of users over time. Have a wonderful day.